Welcome back to the 1991 Review Channel. At the end of episode 164, after subjugating the Heavenly Serpent, Xiao Yan immediately went to absorb the energy within the Heavenly Demon Blood Pool. Thanks to this, he also successfully broke through to the 9-star Dozun level. With that done, the group quickly made their way to the ancient region to search for opportunities. Time passed, and the scene now shifted to the ancient region. In the midair, streams of silhouettes could be seen flashing by. Just like that, the place soon became incredibly bustling as figures gathered in the blink of an eye. As for Xiao Yan and his team, after a long journey, he and everyone else finally arrived, their figures slowly descending to the ground. However, the very moment his feet touched the earth, Xiao Yan immediately looked into the distance and recognized a figure of a familiar enemy. It was none other than Feng Qing-er and the members of the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe, blocking the entrance to the ancient ruins. Seeing Xiao Yan appear, Feng Qing-er from the opposite side cleared her throat and shouted, "This is not a place you can come to. Get lost." Hearing this, Xiao Yan didn't even bother to reply and just coldly walked forward. However, the members of the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe were truly clueless. Immediately, a few of them approached Xiao Yan and uttered sarcastic remarks. Unfortunately for them, they were no match in a war of words. Thus, after a round of trading taunts, the people of the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe finally couldn't stand the humiliation anymore. Instantly, Feng Qing-er intended to make a move. She waved her hands, and a thunderous wave of energy erupted from her body. Then, her voice rang out, "Xiao Yan, today I will take your life as compensation for the suffering I have endured." Unfortunately for her, Xiao Yan wasn't the least bit afraid of that meager strength. The corner of his mouth just curled up slightly. Seeing this, a male member of the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe stepped forward and said coldly, "So you're Xiao Yan? If you want to fight, come at me alone. The rest of you don't need to act. Otherwise, you'll be the ones at a disadvantage. The ones at a disadvantage will probably be you." Just as that voice faded, Gu Qingyang and several others from the Gu clan appeared from a distance, including Sun Er. Seeing them, Xiao Yan smiled faintly and nodded. On the other side, Feng Qing-er's expression changed upon seeing the Gu clan. She then looked at Xiao Yan and asked, "Xiao Yan, do you dare?" Hearing this, Xiao Yan coldly replied, "As you wish." The moment he finished speaking, Feng Qing-er shot forward in an instant, streams of silk ribbons emerging from her hands. In a flash, as Feng Qing-er charged, Xiao Yan quickly dodged. Just like that, a spectacular battle unfolded in the vast open space. After a long while, both of them finally unleashed their true power. In a blink, Feng Qing-er shouted loudly, unleashing a Heavenly Phoenix image technique. A massive phoenix appeared in midair. Then, with a sky-shattering screech, the phoenix charged directly at Xiao Yan. At the same time, she screamed, "Xiao Yan die?" Looking at her, Xiao Yan just smiled and slowly shook his head. At that moment, a golden light flashed in his eyes, and the giant illusion of a burly man appeared in the air. Then, with a swing of its arm, the giant illusion smashed directly into the phoenix, creating a violent tremor that shook the entire area. At that moment, dust and smoke filled the air, obscuring everyone's vision. Only after a long while did the dust slowly settle, revealing Xiao Yan's cold, illusory figure. It was then that Feng Qing-er set an alarm. "How can you be so strong?" The moment she finished her words, Xiao Yan suddenly moved. In the next instant, to Feng Qing-er's horror, Xiao Yan had already swung his hand and rushed forward, his voice ringing out. "It doesn't matter where your power comes from. It ultimately doesn't belong to you. It's nothing more than a crooked path." As his shout ended, Xiao Yan delivered several slaps across her face, stunning the woman and sending her flying backward to slam heavily against a rock wall. At this point, a man from the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe finally stepped out, looked at Xiao Yan and said, "Stop. Qing-er's skills are inferior. Take her back now." Hearing this, Xiao Yan looked at the man and replied, "Next time you want to test someone, you should do it yourself. Don't let a woman step forward like that. It's quite unbecoming." "A lesson, you say? Fine. Next time, I will personally make a move." As soon as he finished speaking, his figure flew away, leaving Xiao Yan in the center. Now, Gu Qingyang and the others slowly approached, saying cheerfully, "This is the first time I've seen you strike a woman. I didn't expect you to be so heavy-handed." In response, Xiao Yan just nodded slightly with a smile. However, just a second later, Sun Er slowly walked towards him. Then, her voice rang out, "Brother Xiao Yan, you're later than usual this time." Hearing this, Xiao Yan could only smile and nod. Sun Er then quickly glanced to the side and asked, "This must be Sister Kai Lin, right? I've often heard Brother Xiao Yan mention you." In response, Kai Lin just nodded slightly before turning her face away. Sun Er then greeted a few people behind them before looking at Xiao Yan and saying, Brother Xiao Yan, are you here in the prehistoric wasteland ancient region for the Bodhisattva ancient tree? Hearing this question, Xiao Yan quickly nodded. Seeing this, Sun Er continued. Continuing inward from here is a prehistoric wasteland ancient region, and the Bodhisattva ancient tree is in there. However, the path ahead is guarded by a great army of beasts. They are everywhere in the depths. If we want to enter, we must break through that beast tide. No wonder everyone here has such a thick scent of blood on them. It turns out they've charged into that beast army. That's right. For now, all of us here need to join forces. Otherwise, no one will be able to get through. The alliance was a suggestion. Brother, you must be careful. He is the one most likely to become the next patriarch of the Hun clan. As Sun Er finished speaking, she pointed her finger toward a member of the Hun clan and his followers, who were standing arrogantly at the entrance. Seeing this, that person also looked directly at Xiao Yan. When their eyes met, a palpable sense of caution arose between them. A moment later, Xiao Yan's eyes narrowed slightly as he said in a low voice, "This person is very dangerous. He is Hun Yu, possessing a supreme bloodline. Although the competition within the Hun clan is brutal, he has never once failed. Don't be fooled by his appearance. He looks gentle, but he is extremely bloodthirsty on the inside." Hearing this, Xiao Yan slowly nodded. Seeing this, Sun Er looked at him and continued, "Once the alliance is sorted out here, we will charge into the beast tide." Hearing that, Xiao Yan also nodded gently. Just as he was about to speak, Hun Yu, standing from afar, spoke in a soft, scholarly voice. "Everyone, the situation today is clear to all. To get past the beast tide, we must work together to reach the place where the Bodhisattva ancient tree has appeared. Brother Hun Yu is right. This time, the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe will join forces with everyone to charge into the beast tide." As this person finished speaking, everyone glanced over at the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe. Seeing this, Gu Qingyang sent a voice transmission. He is Jiu Feng. He has a considerable reputation in the magical beast world and may become the future patriarch of the Heavenly Demon Phoenix tribe. After hearing this, Xiao Yan nodded slightly. In the distance, Hun Yu spoke again. "If no one has any objections, then let's get moving." As his words fell with a wave of his hand, he led the charge, and everyone immediately rushed forward. In the blink of an eye, the silhouettes, like a giant army, shot forward at the speed of an arrow. Behind them, Xiao Yan led his team and followed along with Sun Er's group. At the same time, up ahead, the area began to fill with brutal and angry roars, like thunder rushing towards the powerful experts. In a flash, the monstrous beasts had reached their targets, charging like a mighty army into a group of experts. Instantly, a terrifying battle erupted. Witnessing the army of beasts approaching his position, Xiao Yan muttered, "The beast tide is indeed fearsome. Is the Bodhisattva ancient tree beyond this?" Just as the thought finished, hundreds of monstrous beasts charged at them. Without delay, everyone sprang into action, their dochi erupting from their hands as they blasted the beasts away. While fighting, Sun Er sent a voice transmission. "Fierce beasts at the Dozone level have appeared. Next will be Dozun. We must move quickly." Hearing this, everyone increased their speed, breaking through the waves of charging beasts. The group swiftly advanced. Wherever they went, fierce beasts fell. At that moment, the battle became incredibly intense. Fierce beasts fell like rain, but at the same time, many of the experts also became prey for them. Anyone who fell was instantly trampled flat by the stampeding beasts. The situation became more and more chaotic. A frenzied look appeared in the eyes of the fierce beasts, and they roared incessantly as if calling for stronger packs. Following these angry roars, the beast tide grew even fiercer. The situation had now become extremely dangerous, with more and more people falling. In the distance, Xiao Yan and his group continued to rush forward without daring to stop for even a second. The entire team quickly pushed through the beast tide. However, the tide grew more and more ferocious, and the strength of the beast increased rapidly, forcing Xiao Yan and his team to exert tremendous effort. And so, the battle dragged on, and the entire area fell into chaos, with powerful figures and auras constantly flaring up. The fierce beasts kept coming in greater numbers. At the same time, the leader of the fierce beasts also appeared. It let out a sky-shattering roar that radiated outwards, causing everyone to pause and look ahead. Without delay, everyone immediately charged towards it and began to surround and attack. A terrifying battle ensued. At that moment, everyone used their strongest attacks, and the sound explosions echoed continuously. So, how will this battle unfold next? Follow the 1991 Review YouTube channel for more details. Thanks for watching, and see you again.